All right, and we're live. Amazing. Okay. So yeah, as you guys can tell, this is a kind of a different format because this shouldn't be in the form of story, depending on what I decide to do with this footage. And before I do anything, let me just charge my phone, because I am recording and I don't want it to die in the middle of it because I'll be really sad. So yeah, this style of video is kind of different, based on what I did in the past, which is like those like short form stories, very raw, very impromptu, or very organic, if you can word it that way, or very Darren's, right, if you can say that. But yeah, this one I wanted to do something a little bit different, make it a little bit more informational, a bit more presentation like, and a bit more, a bit more well kept together, if you will, right, to train my speaking skills, my explanation skills, and ultimately all of this is impromptu, right? So I'm just training how to speak, right? And I'm posting this online so that you guys can come along on a journey with me, and hopefully if I do continue posting videos like this, you can gradually see my improvements when it comes to explaining things and communicating my thoughts, if you will. Right, so yeah, quite recently, or literally like 3 to 4 hours ago, I made a relatively big purchase, or relatively different purchase, if you will. Right, as you can tell from the products that you see in front of you. Oops, almost I smacked the shit out of my camera. But yeah, I made a relatively different type of purchase, and I decided, why not take this opportunity to make a product review, or sort of present my first-hand experience in unboxing and first time experiencing the products that I bought. Right, so as you can see from in front of you, I bought fragrances. Right, so I guess we can start by introducing them one by one, give you guys a bit of context into the fragrance world and into, my experience with fragrances and why specifically I bought these three things that you see in front of you, right? So yeah, I guess we can go one by one. So this one is a YSL Myself, right? Yves Saint Laurent. It's an outer perform, and I'll go through into what this actually means, outer perform or EDP, right? And this one is a Armani, right? Giorgio Armani code, also an outer perform. And this one is a free gift that I got from purchasing from the L'Oreal shop, right? So not sure if you guys know, but I am an intern at L'Oreal, right? Got my little badge over here. Damn, this guy is handsome, like god damn. But yeah, I am interning at L'Oreal, and one of the benefits that we get is discounted products at our employee shop, right? So we do get L'Oreal products for a discounted price, and I'm not going to review specifically how much I pay for them, but yeah, we do get them at a discount. So that's one of the good, nicer perks that we do have if you do end up working at L'Oreal, right? So if you can connect the dots, Giorgio Armani is part of L'Oreal, and also Yves Saint Laurent is also part of L'Oreal, among other brands, right? And yeah, I guess I could start or continue by going into sort of a background of the perfume world. So introducing what this is an eau de parfum, or EDP for short, like it's a common abbreviation that we use, EDP. And you guys may have heard of EDT, La Parfum, La Elixir, in the past before. And yeah, I guess I actually have my perfume right beside me that I use every day. So this one, this is a packaging of the Versace Parfum. Parfum means for men in France, in Francais. And yeah, this one is a eau de toilette, or eau de toilette. I'm not gonna pretend to be French. Eau de toilette. Eau de toilette. Yeah, fuck up. Eau de toilette. Right, so this EDT is a common abbreviation. One of the most common styles of fragrances that you see day to day, right? So this one is an eau de toilette. It's one of the weaker ones, and in the fragrance world, there's different tiers, I would say. So at the lowest one, or the most common one you'll see, is this one, which is the eau de toilette, which means so every single tier defines how much concentration of fragrance liquid is actually in the production of every vial or every bottle. Right, so eau de toilette is at the bottom, meaning it has the lowest amount of concentrate, of perfume concentrate. So maybe for this 100 ml bottle, maybe like 3 to 5% is actual fragrance concentrate, and it gets filled up or gets diluted with oils or whatever as a medium, right? So eau de toilette has the least amount of fragrance oils. So when it comes to like strength, projection, longevity, usually EDT stands at the lowest compared to the rest. And one tier above EDT, you have eau de parfum, which is EDP, right? So this one has a higher concentration compared to EDT when it comes to fragrance oils. So by theory, it should have a longer projection, and this one is generally considered higher end, right? So the reason why you see EDT more common is because they're kind of cheap, right? So this one is a Versace Parfum. Actually, I'm not going to review how much I paid for it, but yeah, this one not that expensive relative to EDPs, right? So EDPs are higher up on the list, more concentration. I don't know the exact numerical values, but higher than EDT, right? And above EDP, you have La Parfum. And above La Parfum, you know, it has more concentration, whatever. And after La Parfum, you have La Elixir, which is like the cream of the crop, right? And depending on certain brands, they have different ways of conveying every tier. So maybe of La Parfum, they have a different way of presenting that. You know, some people have creative naming. And after Elixir, some brands have a more concentrated version called Concentrate. So this is called Concentrate. So that's the strongest of the strongest that would kill your nose, that would let everyone know that you're in that room and you just entered, right? So that's for some background context of the fragrance world, right? And I guess I can start by introducing my fragrances, right? So as I mentioned just now, one of my dailies is the Versace Parfum. I do have other fragrances, but for the sake of simplicity and this video, you know, I'm just going to explain why I bought this, right? So in the fragrance world, or when you want to decide a fragrance, I think it's very important to decide the context or the background of which you'll be using as fragrance, right? So the reason why I chose the Versace PH or for male, this one, is because it's a blue fragrance, right? And context meaning that we're in Malaysia, it's a humid weather, it's hot, it's super hot and humid, and yeah, you sweat a lot, and because you sweat a lot, the projection of this will be kind of limited, right? Because ultimately the reason why actually we spray it and on, let's say some people like to spray it on their wrist, some people like to spray it on their jugular vein, which is their neck, and some people like to spray in their hot spots, right? Because perfume actually projects better under heat, right? So that's why I put it in the neck, because your neck is where your blood flows and where it's more warm in your body, right? So it gets to project through heat, but because it's heat and it projects out, the longevity is not that high, right? And the reason why I chose this one is because it's a blue fragrance, so it's more fresh, right? So if I could describe the smell, and I'm not going to pretend to be a fragrance influencer, so do take my descriptions with a bottle of salt, right? But yeah, if I could actually describe this scent right now, if I were to, you know, give it a whiff. I'm not even going to try describing it. Let me see if there's a description behind. No. Yeah, how the hell do I describe this? Let me see. I guess I could describe it as... I'm not even going to try, man. But it gives me some aquatic type of feel, right? It tastes like the ocean, if you will. And I know that's a bit of a stretch, but I'm not going to try. But it's something like a shower gel, like fresh out of the shower, sea salt, oceanic type of vibe, right? So that kind of gives you the sense of what a blue fragrance is. And that is what this is, right? And in the fragrance world, you can separate it into different type of segments. You have the blue fragrance like this one. You have the black fragrance types like this one, which conveys a more sophisticated, professional, more kept together type of vibe. And you also have like the red fragrances, which are kind of sweet, right? And this is like the sort of the Lulu way of the fragrance world, which is you tie a fragrance to a color, right? Black is more sophisticated, more kept together, like I said just now, professional. Like, so for example, you would bring this to meetings, you would bring this to dates where you want to look like you're like a gentleman or whatever. Red, you know, like Strong With You by Giorgio Armani as well. It's more sweet, it's more lets everyone know that you're there type of feel, if you get what I mean. And you also have other freaking like purple, freaking rainbow color, you know, you have the whole shebang. But yeah, for the ease of simplicity, I'm just gonna focus on blue and black, right? And specifically for Malaysia, and specifically for my use case, I'm gonna use this mostly in the office, right? And just for daily wear. So that's why I went into a more classic type of fragrance, which includes this blue fragrance, which I kind of enjoy spraying, right? Yeah, I spray it every day to the office when I go out. It's kind of like my daily wear. But yeah, it's only 10 minutes. I guess we can start by actually introducing this in more specific detail. So YSL Myself is one of the hero products of the YSL fragrance lineup, right? You have YSL Myself, you have YSL Y, literally the letter Y, right? And yeah, that's for the male demographic, YSL Myself and YSL Y. For females, you have Libre, you have I have no idea, but yeah, Libre is one of the more well-known ones. And yeah, YSL Myself, the reason why I bought this is, one, it's well researched, it's well reviewed, and I saw it online a lot. And also I kind of like the scent because I actually tried firsthand myself, pun intended. And yeah, let you know my thoughts. But yeah, YSL Myself, there's a lot of tiers to this. The lowest tier is EDP, which is this one, Eau de Parfum. And above that, there's a La Parfum, which is a flanker series. Flanker meaning it's a parallel. It's the same YSL Myself, just La Parfum. And also I have Le Absolu, which is a different brand or different product, but under the same series, right? And just to let you know, for the higher end brands like YSL and Armani, just because they have a different tier like Eau de Parfum and La Parfum does not mean that their only difference is in the concentration, right? So for example, for YSL Myself, EDP and La Parfum, they have different scent profiles, right? So it's not just the concentration and the projection that is different, it's also the scent profile, right? So for example, this one could smell like apple, and La Parfum could smell like oranges, right? For example, it's not that, but it's like just to convey an example. But yeah, EDP and La Parfum for high-end brands mean different scents, not just a concentration. But yeah, Armani code, I guess I could just start by but yeah, I guess I could start by just unboxing them. And don't judge me by the way I unbox stuff. I usually just go ape gorilla mode when I try to unpack things. So yeah, it's not the most elegant way of unpacking stuff, but let me try going through the elegant route. Let's see. Okay, I think I did that quite well. But yeah, so I got this discounted, of course, because it's under L'Oreal. I'm not going to review how much I bought this, but yeah, I think it's pretty worth it if you ask me. And yeah, lovely packaging. I guess I can lower the phone a bit so that you guys can see more of the table. So yeah, pretty nice packaging. You have not perforated, but a dotted bubble type of style. And yeah, you have embossed lattice. Myself, not sure what this QR is for, but yeah, YSL. YSL is actually one of my favorite brands under L'Oreal. I don't know why. I just like the logo. I like the brand image that it conveys, like of being like understated, etc. And yeah, I guess we could just take out the bottle itself. Let's look at the description actually. Let's try to read. Yeah, le précaution. I'm not gonna try. Yeah, I'm not sure why I am surprised that it's in Francais. The only words is refillable exclusively for myself. Do not rinse the bottle. It would be really funny based on that sentence that I actually bought the refill bottle, which makes me kind of anxious right now. But yeah, vapor rechargeable refillable spray. Let's see whether I actually bought the fragrance itself or did I actually buy the refill instead, which is gonna be really funny if I actually did buy the refill bottle. Moment of truth. Oh, I actually bought the actual bottle itself, which is I don't know why I doubted myself, but that sentence was hella sus. But yeah, this is the bottle itself. It's reflective, right? So La Parfum is matte, and Le Absolu is literally a mirror, right? You will know when you Google it or when you search your image. Yeah, so you have a YSL logo here, image, nice YSL lettering, Eau de Parfum. Yeah, just a pretty simple, straight to the point fragrance. And let me just, yeah, beautiful. Where's the nozzle? I'm not sure whether I want to spray it because I don't want my room just smelling flammable, especially this dust mat. But yeah, it's pretty minimalistic. But yeah, I guess I give it a whiff from the nozzle itself. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's spray it on my watch, on my wrist. Oh. Yeah, that is nice. So one fun fact about L'Oreal, we do have fragrances lying around in the office. So I just go all over to the fragrance counters, just spray myself in the office to smell like perfume. So funny story is that every time I go to the office and I want to smell a little bit different, I would literally go to the YSL myself counter and just spray myself with this for free, right? So I just bought this because for special occasions where it just smells good. It's a pretty safe fragrance and it literally smells black. I don't know how to describe this, but yeah. I'm not like those fragrance influencers. I could tell, oh yeah, I sense a slight hint of bergamot, a slight sense of a peppermint. On the upper notes, it's more lemon burgundy. On the lower notes, it's musky. I'm not that type. It literally just smells good. I don't know how to say this. It smells like a person wearing a suit, a black and white suit, that has a Patek Philippe watch. Not Patek Philippe, maybe something like an Audemars Piguet watch that is attending a meeting, a conference, right? It just gives me that vibe, right? You have to wear a suit or a polo shirt. Okay, polo shirt is maybe not that, but a suit, very well kept together, knows what he's doing, probably from McKinsey. And yeah, it just gives me that vibe. But yeah, for time constraint, I guess we could just proceed with Armani instead. So okay, elegant unboxing. Let's see. Not elegant at all. Okay, let's see. Unboxing. So Armani Code is kind of a risky buy because I never actually tested it in person before. I just heard good reviews and yeah, just a lot of friends recommended it, so I guess that's good enough. But yeah, they didn't have any testers in the office, so this will literally be my first time smelling or experiencing this fragrance, which is I could either hate it and not spray this ever, or I could love it. Okay, one thing I like, okay, this is the Armani Code Outer Perform. This is the 75 milliliters, so that's why it's this small. But yeah, Armani, they're quite known for their fragrance. One of my favorite ones is actually this one. Oh fuck. Okay, let's ignore that. You guys heard nothing. But yeah, Yulong by Armani Privé. Privé is their private line, their luxury lineup, which is their more exclusive brands or exclusive tier. Yulong is the best fragrance I've ever tasted. It's literally like a tea garden. It smells so good, but there's no stock of it, right? MSRP is for around 900 ringgit. And yeah, unfortunate that they don't have this in stock. But yeah, I guess I could try Code for now. Right, so this is from the normal Armani, Giorgio Armani lineup. And yeah, I guess I could... Okay, let me do a packaging review. Pretty elegant, right? It's pretty reflective, very straight to the point, black and white, minimalist. Love it, right? And let's open the cap if I know how to. Okay, that's... Nope. I guess I just pop it. Yeah, I do. Right, and... Okay, let's test the popability. How satisfying is it to open? Yeah, not that satisfying. Bit of a disappointment because I expected it to be like a pop, 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 but no, it's like you gotta yank it. Yeah, you gotta yank it, and there's no like satisfying sound, which is kind of a bummer. Whereas compared to the YSL, actually. Actually, yeah, they're kind of the same. There's no limit. At least YSL has that thunk, like bong, like the metal sound. But yeah, Armani Code. This will literally be my first time smelling this fragrance. So moment of truth. Where's the nozzle? Okay, feng shui reasons. Turn the nozzle to the wording, and yeah, moment of truth, guys. Let's see. Oh, that is different. Whoa. I think I need one more spray. Oh, okay, that was a hint of alcohol. A big hint of alcohol. And that's because I think I kind of shook it a bit, which is why it kind of mixed badly. Wow, that alcohol taste is strong, so I can't really give a solid review, but I can kind of smell the perfume itself. It's very strong, right? This is more like a bar date, fun type of scent, right? And yeah, it's a bit more sweeter. It's way sweeter than the YSL. YSL is a bit more fresher. It's a bit more shower gel type. This one is more sweet. It's more like, I'm here to have fun, I want you to smell me type of way, right? And, in some settings, I guess it could be paired with maybe not a meeting, like what the YSL fragrance conveys, but more like a corporate dinner, if you will, or kind of like a professional dinner, professional networking session. This would probably play in. This is a more like, formal event. This is more like a smart casual type of vibe, if you get my drift. But yeah, I like my decision. It's two very distinct taste of fragrances, which I kind of like. I always want to diversify. And yeah, especially when it compares to my existing one, or my existing daily, which is Versace. I do have other fragrances like CK1, Dior Sauvage, and also Hugo Boss. Also, Nautica Voyage, right? Which is my other daily. I don't care how much it costs, I just spray it everywhere. But yeah, compared to Dior Sauvage, okay, they are completely different. Sauvage is, I'm going to the club and I wanna have fun. This one is, I'm going to a formal bar dinner somehow, that vibe kind of. And Versace is kind of like, I'm in Malaysia, I want to smell fresh. That's it. But yeah, both these two is kind of similar, but it's kind of like a daily safe type of way. But YSL is more for the office, and Versace is probably more for like casual, going to the mall type of way, like going to the gym. This is more formal, more corporate, if you will. Right, and finally we have this YSL Yves Saint Laurent Rue de Bellechasse ou Elme. I'm not gonna comment on my pronunciation of that. I'm not gonna pretend to be French, yeah. We're just gonna ignore that ever happened. Oh my. Okay, after the alcohol dies down because it evaporated. Oh, I love this scent. Holy shit, wait. Oh, that is nice. This is nice. Right, initially I was torn between Acqua di Gio and Armani Code. Acqua di Gio is the Armani lineup's hero product. And the reason why I went for this instead, because I want to try something different. Because Acqua di Gio tasted very similar to this Versace. And Acqua di Gio is pretty, it's pretty safe, right? It's like the everyday scent type of thing. And I have a lot of everyday scents, right? Like, let me just grab. Yeah, this guy over here. Nautica Voyage, and this one. Acqua di Gio is somewhere in the middle. Yeah, it's like a blue fragrance. And yeah, Acqua di Gio is just very, it's too safe, if you will, right? But it's nice though, if you guys ever tried it. But yeah, this one is nice. Both of this is nice, right? Yeah, YSL and perks of working at L'Oreal, man. But yeah, random ass candle that I got for the free gift. And yeah, I guess we could review the candle. I don't really smoke, so I don't really have a way to ignite this. Okay, I guess we can figure this out together, what this actually is. So there's this metal plate of YSL. It's really heavy. And I believe these are magnets, right? But the unboxing experience, let's see how it is, right? Let me just remove this. Ooh, okay. So I emptied the thing. Ooh, this looks fancy. Oud is a kind of a woody scent. I have no idea what this is. Salami, I don't know. But yeah, what is this? Okay, this is literally just a candle, right? Okay. I would love this in my room. Oh, it smells like an office. No, not an office. That would be, yeah, kind of like an office. I'm not sure how to describe this. I don't have a lighter, so I can't light it right now. And I don't know where to get a lighter because no one here smokes. But yeah, oh, I would enjoy this scent, right? When I just wanna relax, calm down, and feel professional, I would die for this scent. Wow, amazing. I'm very satisfied with today's haul. And yeah, there's a weight to this, I can hear. And even if I don't use this candle, this packaging is nice. I just love YSL's design language, right? Just elegant. And their logo, amazing, man. Yeah, and I'm really happy with this purchase. Definitely super. I can't ask for anything better than this. And yeah, I guess I can smell different, right? If you know me in person, you would probably see me alternate between this scents in the office or in person, right? And yeah, that's 25 minutes. This is like literally my first product review. And I literally started with the hardest thing to review, which is fragrances, because it's very subjective. And you really need to know a lot of vocabulary and a lot of words of articulation to really convey, you know, scent, which is one of the hardest things that I think that you can articulate well, right? Because oh yes, the oud, like the musk, you know, it's a white musk, black musk, rainbow colored musk, or yeah, to me it's very hard to describe what I'm smelling, especially when you don't smell this every single day, I guess. But yeah, hopefully I did quite well. This is literally my first product review, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. It's more of a way for me to train my speaking and explaining skills, and to have it journaled on my public profile, right, for better or for worse. But yeah, it has been Darren's. This is the YSL myself. I would recommend this. By the way, this MSRP is for 800 ringgit if you are interested. Oh no, EDP retails for around 760, something like that, right? Because it's out of Parfum. Armani code retails for cheaper. I forgot how much, but it's cheaper, right? Oops. And yeah, this candle, I literally have no idea. Got this for free. But yeah, ultimately very satisfied with this purchase. Can't wait to actually use it in person on special occasions. Let me smell cold again. Oh, this is good, bro. This is good. God damn. Yeah, and yeah, that's it, I guess. If I do end up buying anything else, you'll probably see this on this channel or on this account, on this profile. If you like it, you know, like it. If you don't. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, see you guys. If you see me in person, try to predict which scent it is, right? Daily occasion is probably one of these four, right? So you have the Nautica Voyage N82, N83 is a tree, by the way, and this one is the Versace Parfum, Armani Code, and YSL, right? You know, this is a fun mini game for you guys if you're interested. But yeah, that's been me. I've yapped for way too long, 27 minutes, and yeah, ciao, bye bye.